Hello YouTube, welcome back to another one of my war videos. So as you can see, it's that time again. It's GT40 versus KENOB. And obviously for the last few seasons, especially, this has been arguably our biggest war opponent every season. And our biggest rival to constantly fight against. So this Alliance war looks like it should get interesting. Off the bat, they banned Ghost, they banned Corvus, and they banned Hercules. So, in my opinion, that's just them showing and going for, okay, we're going to take all your fast options to clear the map away, and then if you want to quake things and take your time, but if it's a similar death count at the end, we're obviously going to beat you on time. So that's the sort of route that I imagine and feel like people take if they do ban them champs. Again, it is fully understandable though, because they are three very overpowered champions. Anyway, we come into this war and they ask us to 30% boost for this war, especially, even if it's just to make ourselves feel a little bit better after losing the waterfall Loki just in that last war. And I especially needed a little bit of a confidence booster, because even with bad matchups, like, I don't know, I kind of think I should get through it. But the officers did reassure me that my deaths have been bad matchups and I can't have really done anything about either of them. So that's been nice. Killmonger on path 2. He gives you a lot of power, especially if you use someone like Archangel, because every time you put a debuff on them, he gains power. So when you parry, he gains power. When you do a heavy attack and you put any bleeds on, he gains power. When you hold your block when he's got a bleed on to put poison on, he gains power. And every time he gains a bar, it gives you a bar. So it kind of makes sense to do this matchup. Plus, if you can get a few neurotoxins on, as you're going to see here, the health just starts to drop so quickly. I put the indestructible boost on, but then didn't need it. And yeah, so that's full attack bonus on that Killmonger. That was a pretty quick fight. My Archangel's only Sig 20, naturally duped, so it's not like it's a really high Sig level and shuts them off. A 5-star Archangel could probably do that fight quite comfortably too. Here is this Void on the Brute Force Power Focus 1 and the Strike Combat Fury node. And I'm going to use Nick Fury with an advanced power just to make sure that when I get to the end of my combos, I always have a special in hand. So here, my plan is to go medium, then a heavy attack, and then it's going to be medium, and then 4 lights to finish off the timer, and then I can throw a special one. And that way I've pretty much got the full out of the combo apart from one extra heavy attack, and don't give them any Furies because you don't want to give them any Furies. It's kind of like a little trap in a way, because if his Furies start to build up and then he drops one of these debuffs on you, you're going to be dead real quick. So yeah, it's all about managing your combo and trying to just get the bleeds to work. And as you can see, the bleeds are doing really good damage here. Obviously, I'm way boosted. I don't tend to really like using these 30% just because they cost so much. Especially due to buying, because I think 3 of these 30% 6-hour boosts is like 1300 units. So yeah, I just kind of get one given to me every season from Kabam, which I appreciate, and use that. So here my alliance mate here, Agent X, had just cleared up all the mini fights and stuff in the middle. And next up is this Kingpin. So I did this fight, spoke to my officer. I'm going to show you just my, because it's free mastery swapping week, I'm going to go nuts of it. Every fight that I can swap a mastery for, every fight that I can do anything for, even in the event quest. Every single fight, if I need to, I'm swapping my masteries. It'll make my arena grind a little bit quicker. Obviously with some EQ, I think I finished Cavalier tonight though, to be fair. So that won't really make a big difference anymore. But yeah, so we're going to put on half suicides here for this fight. And after I'd done the fight, I put a message in the chat, in the line chat, and the officer said, "Oh yeah, I was meant to warn you about that." Thank you, I know, appreciate that. But yeah, you're gonna see in a second. We've got the half suicides on now. I have 4 points left, so I just decide to put them back into the limber, just in case Kingpin catches me, and then I put one into courage as well. But this master is only going to be for the next 2 fights, and then I'm going to end up swapping them again, like I said. So Kingpin on this node, the kinetic transference, the footloose, I think they're mainly in the force of will, so you can't take away his ability accuracy in any way. So these are 2 of the main ones, and as you can see, it's Quake's time to shine. I put the indestructible on just in case. I did a few duels, and Kingpin's stun is really weird. So because he has the ability to shrug off, he either stuns it straight, like sort of gets rid of it straight away, or for some reason he delays the purify ability by like a second, and you're gonna see a couple of times it actually ends up catching me, just because he delays it by a second. So I'm already into the next Quake animation, and then he gets rid of it, so then he's just instantly going for me. So yeah, it's just a little bit weird. My favourite part about this fight is when he actually gets the global buff, because that means he's completely stun immune, and I know he's stun immune, so I don't have to worry about him purifying it. If he could have been in that for the whole fight, I would have much preferred it, because you can see there he paused for a second and then instantly started swinging again, and yeah, it just kind of catches you off in a rhythm, especially when you try to do this fight, because Kingpin's a tanky boy. He takes a bit of a beating, and yeah, Quake, I can't see Kabam giving us a 6-star anytime soon, even though for the vast majority of wars she's banned anyway. But obviously there's other content and that she'd be able to do. And we're only just starting to see 5 stars of Scarlet Witch and Wolverine, who were the 12.0 broken champions, and sort of still are a little bit after. So yeah, this Kingpin fight, I know here I've only got like 2 sets of aftershocks left. I'm just trying to be careful because of his bar of power. So you can see there that if he hits me once or even into my block, he's going to get a bar of power, and then I don't have to worry about trying to bait that out while also dancing around in the corner. But KO there, Kingpin's dead. So that was nice. Nice little confidence booster there. Obviously, I know it's using Quake, and some people love Quake, some people hate watching Quake gameplay. She's very much a Marmite champion. But once they sort of said that there was going to be some Quakes, I kind of knew that it meant it was going to be me again. And still got my indestructible on from the Kingpin fight, so I go straight into this Bishop and use what's left of my energy. And yeah, so this fight, I imagine normally people would send a Nimrod to this fight, just because it's a fight all about prowess, and Bishop being a mutant as well. Nimrod's just going to chew this up. But mine's only rank 2, and I've used rank 2s enough times this season. It shows how quote-unquote poor I am, and how potentially small my roster might be compared to other Masters Alliances, when I'm still having to use rank 2 options on attack just because I don't have all the resources in the world, and the main one that I'm missing is T5 basic. There seems to be a big drought on that, but I do need to do the Karina's challenge, the 6.4.6 Grandmaster one. I know that gives 4 T5 basic, so that's basically a rank 3 there. And yeah, you see there, Bishop goes down, Quake's done another fight. And yeah, so we're just going to have to wait now until we get some more energy and we're good to go. So you can see here, the attacker kills is very, very close. We've got a nice healthy lead over KENOB at this point. And again, it's much better. All we kept saying in our main chat is how we were so much better today compared to the last war. Just everything just seems to add up, and it just didn't go our way. But you pick your heads up, you move on, you carry on. We've faced a lot of tough opponents, especially in the first 6 wars. DSVG, Noon, obviously For Loki, KENOB. I'm trying to think who else we've matched. Don't know, but technically, realistically, normally what happens is you can face opponents again after 6 wars. We're hoping that's not the case, and Kabam may one day fix the algorithm, so kind of you only fight the top alliances once each, and then maybe first and second at the end fight each other out for the top spot or something. But that would be nice. But until then, we've got this. So this fight here, if you parry, you get this disorientate, which affects your block penetration and your ability, your defensive ability accuracy. So Modoc's a good placement on this because a lot of people want to just parry them to get around the shield. As you can see there, my 6-hour boost had like 40 minutes left. So we left it pretty late, as Battle Group 3 always do. Like I said in the previous videos, I can't remember exactly which one it was. Because we have a lot of people in different time zones, we quite often have to leave the clear in Battle Group 3, especially to be quite late. And here, just trying to constantly get rid of Modoc's shield every time it comes up. Once you've got rid of it, if you're quick, you can normally get one full combo, ending in a light attack away. And then you should normally be pretty safe. There I wasn't, I just wasn't quick enough. But he was only on 1%, and there you go. Relatively easy fight. My teammate is now going to come forward and do path 5 for me. Because we were talking about me potentially not doing a mini-boss. But then we were just like, you know what, just go for it. It saves someone else a fight and some time. So you can see there, 14 minutes left. And I decided to go into this Angela. At this point, I wasn't sure if I was using indestructible or not, but I had them in overflow. And, you know, the Marvel contest of compensation still in full flow as well. So we've got enough. Plus I've got my Sigil Witch now, so I don't intend to be buying the Sigil again anytime soon. I was literally just doing it to be able to get that eventually. And now I've got that, I'm just not going to be that bothered. The only other benefit would be that you get the gold every week and it's a bit of quicker energy. But I'm not, again, that's fine. Most mornings I wake up and I've already got full energy anyway, so it's not like it's going to make a huge difference. And I'm probably not going to be doing all the event quests over the next couple of months. I'll do sort of Cavalier and Uncollected, but then I'll probably go into farm revives for the rest of it, for these Abyss challenges for Karina, just to try and get that done. And yeah, so this Vigorous Assault and Safeguard Angela here, pretty solid and safe with Quake. Obviously you're just going to get all your damage when the Safeguard goes active. She goes to throw a heavy attack there, so I realise at this point she's probably going to try it again. It's just weird. They only normally do it if you're holding block or anything, so it must have been just the moment I held block that she decided to activate it. There they go for it again, and you can see there that I have no problem. Just double heavy in to get around it. And we go into this fight and we're still almost there. 5%, so one more set of aftershocks and it'll be done. So as you can imagine, because of Quake fights and stuff like that, we had them in all 3 battle groups, so our time was a little bit slower than normal and obviously way slower than KENOB is, because that Black Panther there is going to get quaked too. So before we go into Battle Group 3 boss, we're 145 to 0, so we're so close to the perfect clear. But Sadly, the boss was a timeout. There's basically a Kabam bug on Heimdall as a boss if you're using Spider 99, which removes the True Strike because of Heimdall's kit. So then Spider 99 takes full damage from everything, and so you can't run your full suicides or anything anymore. So it did end up hurting our perfect clear. But nevertheless, one death against an alliance like KENOB, who has a very strong defense, is a great showing from GT40. And hopefully we can use this to get some momentum and push into the second half of the season. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Again, all the support recently has been incredible. Thank you very much. Hopefully we hit the 100 subscribers soon. And yeah, please like, comment, share around your alliance mates and friends, and let them see the good work. Thank you very much.